Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Most Nigerians, including myself, never knew that all along Nnamdi Kanu have always wanted a functional country, a functional united Nigeria that would favor all Nigerian citizens cut across the world. Sowore have made moves finally to prove that point, as against what the government of the day is insisting on the terrorism at charge. Well, as you speak, you're going to get to hear the video and see the video where Nnamdi Kanu did, in all sense of sincerity, wanted Nigeria to work well. In fact, he walked towards it until something happened. Let's quickly find out from Sowore. We are going to see all of that in a moment, as he took his time to bring out evidences to show that Nnamdi Kanu actually is the champion and not the villain that the government wanted him to appear before the world. Before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, according to the news we gathered, Nigeria has a painful way of breaking the spirit of even its most hopeful citizens, turning optimists into pessimists, believers into unbelievers, and patriots into cynics. Of course, this is coming from Sowore. Now, this old video of Nnamdi Kanu in London captures that tragedy perfectly. In it, which you're going to see in a moment, he speaks passionately about a Nigeria that could work, a country of peace, a country of justice, a country that has security. He genuinely wanted a united and prosperous nation. But the criminals in power would not allow that vision to thrive. They saw unity and truth as threats. When he refused to be silent, they targeted him, his parents, his friends, and associates were lost in the struggle. He himself was abducted, vilified, detained perpetually, and now he is undergoing a sham trial under false charges of terrorism. Yet this very video reveals the truth that Nnamdi Kanu never set out to destroy Nigeria. He never did. He wanted to save it. But when it became clear that the ruling elite preferred corruption and division over justice and progress, he chose the dream of a free and prosperous Biafra instead. Ironically, the same Boko Haram elements he once denounced have now become kings. They are now emperors and billionaires, while a man who demanded accountability and national security remains in chains. I do not know if this captured it very perfectly, but let's watch the video to understand exactly where Sowore is coming from concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Voices are speaking, and you'll understand why. We'll come back for more details. Let's please watch this.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done, and the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 67 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
All right, welcome back. You've heard the content of that video. For some of us who would say that, is it possible that Nnamdi Kanu would ever even want to unite Nigeria? Yes. At least this is not heresy. You've heard it all. At the beginning, that was what he wanted. But when his ears were filled with so many things that he couldn't really understand, he started talking using his platform, started telling Nigerians ahead of time. Some persons, if you get to check his old videos, some persons usually call him a prophet. Prophet because they feel that there's some certain things that would happen long before it happens. He seemed to know the future. Sometimes he says some certain things that is not that are classified or that are not privileged and not supposed to be in public there. But after like some few days, probably a week or two, it comes to pass. After the white people started calling him, some of his supporters and followers, they started calling him the prophet of their time. But this is the situation where the whole thing plays out. That at the beginning, MNK did not set out to want to agitate for a country called Biafra for his people. Just like Sunday Igboho did not set out at the beginning to agitate for a country called Oduduwa. Igboho was more of a traditional warlock then, who believed in the Ife Madaeke. Then he had a stake then. So when situations started looking so wonderful, quote unquote, he was like, the way things are going, the level of insecurity, then every region should begin to look out for themselves. And Nnamdi Kanu, having seen such, based on the video, they said, okay, maybe we are not looking into the right direction. But I am glad that this video found its way to social media again, to show you that at the beginning, this guy was a gentleman. Based on what Sowore is saying, he's saying that he actually wanted a united Nigeria. He was actually fighting for all Nigerians then. The level of insecurity, in fact, the insecurity was actually fighting for, or fighting against, was actually prominent and rampant in the northern Nigeria. It was not even in Southeast. Southeast was then very peaceful, relatively very, very peaceful. Not until this, in a situation where things became, almost every part of Nigeria, and there's one level of insecurity or the other, except for the elite areas, where they have a lot of security guarding and manning such places. But then again, let's say it plays out, because this sounds or looks more like a very nice exhibit or nice evidence if you had to put it before the Nigerian law court. This is one video that, if he has a defense counsel, this is one of the best videos they can use to defend his cause. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take?